Hi, I'm Lou Powell, Head of API Enablement at PK, and today I am speaking with my friend Arun Giri, AVP of Platform Engineering and Enterprise Architecture at UP Railroad.
Hey Lou, nice to meet you again.
Could you tell everyone a little bit about the relationship that you've had with PK over the years?
Our journey with PK goes like over a decade now, and PK has been kind of our partner in our distributed computing journey in the last 12 to 14 years, I guess. Okay. I mean, it's a very long time that we've been partners on this journey to kind of our re-platforming journey, which we've undertaken about 10, 12 years ago. And then PK was a very small company, and they kind of grew up with us, and we shared all our learnings and an exciting adventure with them. And here we are in the 10-year mark, or 10, at least for this program, it's 10-year mark, and we're ready to launch. And so it's exciting. It's like this, we're on the cusp of success, and then we can thank PK enough for getting us this far.
As we look at what's going on in the marketplace, it seems like many of the companies that we talk to are looking at the innovation pace, the explosion of new channel experiences, and this challenge of how to create new IT delivery patterns in order to solve for that. So as you had mentioned about 10 plus years ago, you had a major undertaking to modernize your IT delivery infrastructure. Why did you choose PK to help you solve this problem?
We're a large transportation company, one of the largest in North America. We kind of operate in 23 states, and we have 32,000 miles of a rail network which we own and operate. And so that's a very large network, and it requires a transportation management system. So we were managing and running this railroad on an aging mainframe-based transportation management system called TCS. It's about 40 years old. And then so the goal there was, let's re-platform that and modernize that and build replace that monolithic system with a distributed system. That's kind of was the goal. And it's a very heavily customized mainframe. So needless to say, that's a huge risk. That's our core transportation operating system. And so which is kind of why we partnered with a company like PK. They kind of augmented our journey experience by bringing on the tech talent, which we didn't have at scale. So we scaled out and PK scaled out with us. And nobody else on the planet had the business domain expertise or the skills to build a platform like we were imagining, like what we needed.
The architecture that you created, a lot of the architectural patterns that you used to solve your problems were, like you said, they weren't really available in the marketplace with common software, open source software. So things like microservices and modern API management platforms and gateways, all of these things were not available. So how is your architecture similar to a lot of the cloud and modern app stacks that you can use today, and how is it different?
We had to figure out, it has to last 20 plus years. It had to be easy to change, and we had to keep up with the industry changes on the tech stack. It's constraints-based engineering, right? Architecture is all about constraints. Once we identified the constraints, we figured out what engineering problems we had to solve, and we solved it within that 3 constraints.
So when you look at the rapid maturing of solutions out there like Kubernetes and when you look at things like data streaming and the different open source projects and the robust capabilities, are you considering swapping out any of your component architecture?
We've done a lot of stuff in custom Java code. And as we did an introspection, a lot of it is boiler code. And what we thought is like our next section to the platform we're R&Ding right now is to maybe this boilerplate code can become configurations. And we can, what we're trying to do is build a serverless compute platform, convert that code into configurations, and so which can deploy and then we can manage the runtime. That takes out like tens of thousands of hours of programming, custom programming out. and it becomes more configuration running. And then not every piece of code runs that way. But so those are the types of innovations we have in our pipeline already, and we're building them.
So as you look at the next 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
what are you getting ready for? What do you see coming down the tracks?
Intelligent automated decision making. That's our first step in autonomous operations management. Right, so that's where we're heading. We're carving out what does this journey look like. So for us, it might take us, 5 to 7 years to get there. Is it possible? And are we capable of doing? The answer is yes. It's possible. Like we've already proven that we can do this. We can actually control our trains today, and the trains autonomously. We can stop it. Like if it's violating authorities, it's operating without constraints, like in the places where we think that, hey, this is probably an impending collision or it's not obeying the right instructions, we can stop the train. And we already have developed advanced physics engines, which we already had to do for safety reasons. We had other diagnostics and safety features we already built and deployed on our networks. So, and we're also deploying a lot of sensors, because sensors become cheaper, right? The combination of all of this, like we're ready for an autonomous journey and intelligence. So, but first part of it is that turning that into, we're not trying to get rid of humans. We're trying to augment humans with intelligent decision making. We want to deploy the human mind for exception management. And so the intelligent decision making, so it means that the mundane things which is happening, we want to take away. And we want to turn on humans where humans are really good at, like abstract decision making. So we're building a layer of tools and capabilities which will allow us to go do that. And the culmination of that journey is autonomous trains, the autonomous operations.
Well, Arun, thank you for being such a great partner and for bringing such incredibly fun problems to solve to us. And we appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Lou. Appreciate the opportunity to talk to you guys, and obviously PK is a huge part of our journey, and will be for a very long time.